Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library. And this week we are looking at Google Keep. Google Keep is another application that's available through Google. And this is a note-taking application. Often it can be used to keep track of just different ideas you might have, notes, a to-do list, a list of tasks that maybe need to be completed. And you can set up things like your location for reminders. You can share notes with others. You can add images. And on a mobile device, you can even use the voice recording. So I'm going to go back here to the screen behind where I have my Google Keep already open. If you go to google.keep or go to keep.google.com, and then you would log in to your Google account, and you will get a screen that will come up that looks very similar to what you see here. And you are simply going to click. You can make a new list, a new note with drawings, or a new note with images. Or I can just simply click here where I would say take a note, and I would type in remember to turn off lights, say for example. And I have the option then here to set a reminder in terms of I can set a time. So I could set that for simply later today. I can repeat this if I would choose to do so. I can also, just like with all of the different Google tools, I can share it with other people. So I'm going to hit save here again so it comes back up. I'm going to then, I could change the color of my note, as well as I can click here to add, maybe if I have a document or something that I would want to attach to this as well. I can archive it. I have more options listed here where I can like add a label, add a drawing. I can make a copy. I can copy it to my docs, all of these different options. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pin my note. And so now I have that note available to me. So if I want to then go back here, I'm going to close that note up, and I'm going to show you how, if you would want to make this, this can be very handy if you want to make a list. And I could say, for example, pick up milk. If I could, let's go milk. I could do the same thing. Let's say bread, and we'll go eggs, for example. And then what is nice with this is again, I could share this out with someone else. So say, for example, maybe you wanted to share this out with someone else that you might live with, and maybe have this as a note between the two of you. So if one of you picks up one of the items, you would simply check and notice how then it jumped down here to completed, because, hey, I picked up the eggs today. Same thing here when we talked about adding, let me see, where's this at? Remind me. When you go to a pickup place, you can actually click here, and I could put in an actual location. So I could type in, I'm going to just, for the sake of, let's put in Ottawa, Ohio, and I could actually put in a physical address if, say, I wanted to make it so that I knew to pick this up at Walmart or somewhere like that, and I could put in that address. And then what is nice with this is it will actually, oops, I clicked away from it. It will actually when you're close to that location, it would actually send you a notice saying, hey, you're close to such and such, say Walmart, or and remind you to pick up those items. So again, here it jumped down below. I'm going to go in, I'm going to change the color, and I'm going to just pin that note. I can take my notes, I can move them around, I can move those around. I pinned that. I'm going to select this one because I accidentally made it as I was talking, and I'm just going to notice down here too. What happens is it comes up and it reminds me that I trashed and got rid of it. Are you sure you want to? Because I could click and I could undo that. And then one of the other notes that was talked about is a new note with drawing. So I can click here. I need to, and this is going back to, I can actually draw on this note, and I just simply was using, I've got all my different styles here. Again, I can erase, I can change my colors that I'm drawing with. I can change the style. I can actually do squares and dots, so forth. Just pin something here since I'm going to close this up. Got that one pinned. And then if I go here, new note with an image. So I could go out and grab an image that I might have available. So I'm going to go here to, where did I put my last image? I think it was on the desktop here. I'm going to go to this screenshot that I have from this. I'm going to simply say open. And now notice it's putting that image that I have. I could make a note about it. So please use for presentation. And then that's going to make that a note as well. Just going to, again, I'm going to pin it, close it, and now I've got a note here. So again, to delete a note, I simply go delete note. And that is kind of the basics of Google Keep and how easy it is to be able to just make notes and reminders for you that you could have stored on your desktop. You can store it on a mobile device. And then, like I said, the one feature that is available on a mobile device that you cannot do on the desktop is the ability to voice record. So you would not have to type in any of this information. I could simply state to make a note and say, remember to turn off lights. And I could even go as far as to say at 8 p.m. daily or 8 p.m. Whatever the date is that I might want to use. So that is Google Keep. Next week, we will be looking at another Google feature, and that is how you can create forms in Google that individuals, you could basically create a form and send that out for people to complete. Thank you for joining us.